तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वाहा तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वाहा तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वाहा तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। We'll all sing together the Maha Mantra. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय। श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय।
Om, page 84. Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham.
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham.
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं, तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं, तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं, ढेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं, देव शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं, माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं, माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान भगवान हंसते नहीं, राम कृष्णा के जैसे हंसाते नहीं।
कौन कहता है भगवान हंसते नहीं, राम कृष्ण के जैसे हंसाते नहीं।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं, राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं, राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं, तुम मीरा के जैसे भुलाते नहीं।
कौन कहता है भगवान आते नहीं, तुम मीरा के जैसे भुलाते नहीं।
बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं,
बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं।
माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं,
माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं।
गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं,
गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं।
राम कृष्ण के जैसे हंसाते नहीं,
राम कृष्ण के जैसे हंसाते नहीं।
राम कृष्ण के जैसे हंसाते नहीं,
राम कृष्ण के जैसे हंसाते नहीं।
राम कृष्ण के जैसे हंसाते नहीं।
ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय। श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय।
Om, page 87. Om Krishna Ram Ram Govind Hari Hari.
कृष्ण राम राम गोविंद हरि हरि।
Krishna Ram Ram Govind Hari Hari.
कृष्ण राम राम गोविंद हरि हरि।
Vishnu Sadhananda Venu Gopal Bala.
विष्णु सदानंद वेणु गोपाल बाला।
Vishnu Sadhananda Venu Gopal Bala.
विष्णु सदानंद वेणु गोपाल बाला।
Krishna Ram Ram Govind Madhava.
कृष्ण राम राम गोविंद माधव।
Krishna Ram Ram Govind Madhava.
कृष्ण राम राम गोविंद माधव।
Vishnu Sadhananda Venu Gopal Bala.
विष्णु सदानंद वेणु गोपाल बाला।
Vishnu Sadhananda Venu Gopal Bala.
विष्णु सदानंद वेणु गोपाल बाला।
Krishna Ram Ram Govind Keshava.
कृष्ण राम राम गोविंद केशव।
Krishna Ram Ram Govind Keshava.
कृष्ण राम राम गोविंद केशव।
Vishnu Sadhananda Venu Gopal Bala.
विष्णु सदानंद वेणु गोपाल बाला।
Vishnu Sadhananda Venu Gopal Bala.
कृष्ण सदानंद वेणुगोपाल बाला
Krishna Ram Ram, Krishna Ram Ram,
कृष्ण राम राम कृष्ण राम राम
Krishna Ram Ram, Krishna Ram Ram,
कृष्ण राम राम कृष्ण राम राम
Vishnu Sadhananda Venugopal Bala,
विष्णु सदानंद वेणुगोपाल बाला
Vishnu Sadhananda Venugopal Bala,
विष्णु सदानंद वेणुगोपाल बाला
Krishna Ram Ram, Govinda Hari Hari,
कृष्ण राम राम गोविंद हरि हरि
Krishna Ram Ram, Govinda Madhava,
कृष्ण राम राम गोविंद माधव
Vishnu Sadhananda Venugopal Bala,
विष्णु सदानंद वेणुगोपाल बाला
Vishnu Sadhananda Venugopal Bala,
विष्णु सदानंद वेणुगोपाल बाला
Krishna Ram Ram, Govinda Keshava,
कृष्ण राम राम गोविंद केशव
Krishna Ram Ram, Govinda Keshava,
कृष्ण राम राम गोविंद केशव
Krishna Ram Ram, Krishna Ram Ram,
कृष्ण राम राम कृष्ण राम राम
Krishna Ram Ram, Krishna Ram Ram,
कृष्ण राम राम कृष्ण राम राम
Krishna Ram Ram, Krishna Ram Ram.
श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय। श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय।
Om Namo Narayanaya, Her Holiness Pravrajika Ishtaprana Mataji, and loving devotees of Lord Krishna. We extend a warm and loving welcome to each and every one of you to this evening's celebrations of Krishna Ashtami. Sri Ramakrishna says, "Many are the names of God, and infinite the forms that lead us to know Him. In whatsoever name or form you call Him, in that very form you will see Him." Our speaker for this evening is Ms. Anusha Hansji, who will speak on Sri Krishna's flute.
ॐ ऐं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय नमः. ॐ नमो नारायणाय. ॐ नमो नारायणाय to Revered Pravrajika Ishtaprana Mataji, dear devotees and loving children. Thinking of the radiant form of Sri Krishna without a flute in his hand is somewhat almost an impossible thought. Like a magic stick, the flute accompanied Lord Krishna at all times. And with the enchanting tone of the flute, the Lord, almost as if to say, hypnotized the world. Just as Sri Krishna is the Lord of the universe, so too, anything that accompanied him was no ordinary thing. When he played the flute and the captivating music was heard, the entire residence of Vrindavan, even nature itself, was mesmerized, so to speak. The world around seems to disappear, and one was transported to a place of bliss, peace, and harmony. As a young cowherd boy, Lord Krishna wandered through the beautiful Vrindavan forest. Every living entity offered him their respectful reverence. Trees provided shade, plants offered fruits and flowers, birds sang sweet songs, and the cows gave him divine milk. Amidst the offerings to the Lord, a sorrowful bamboo reed felt so worthless, believing it had nothing to offer. Hence, it surrendered itself, asking Lord Krishna to do as he pleased. Touched by its innocent gesture, Sri Krishna blessed the reed. He made 8 holes and filled it with his divinity. Through the opening of the reed, the Lord created an enchanting melody. With his divine grace, the humble bamboo became his flute. Its melodies evoked deep divine emotions, drawing the Gopis closer to the Lord in divine love and joy. The flute represents the emptiness from which music emerges, embodying simplicity and purity. One of the most renowned stories associated with Sri Krishna's flute recounts the mesmerizing incident where he employed its enchanting notes to conquer the perilous serpent Kalya. The resounding sounds from the flute were so overwhelming that they compelled the venomous Kalya to retreat from the sacred Yamuna river. This story illustrates the extraordinary ability of divinity and music to triumph over even the most terrifying forces. The Lord is known by various names for playing his basuri, meaning flute, and some of these names are Muralidhar, one who holds the flute, Murali, the flute-playing Lord, Murali Manohar, the Lord who enchants with flute play, Venu Madhav, Venu meaning flute, and Madhav, sweetness like honey, Madhav with his flute, and Vamsidhar, the bearer of the flute. Let us take a virtual journey through the divine Vrindavan forest. What really happened when the Lord played his flute that resonated all over the land? The flowing sacred Yamuna river becomes stunned. In ecstasy, she stops flowing. Then she forgets which way she was supposed to flow and starts flowing backwards. And all she wants to do is want to embrace the feet of the Lord playing such fine music. The peacocks started dancing to the tune. The bamboo trees nearby were shedding tears of happiness because a little part of which made up the flute was creating such wonderful music. The clouds stopped moving and provided an umbrella over the Lord. Birds stopped flying and stood frozen on the branches and twigs of nearby trees. The hearts of the cows and deer are charmed as they hear the sweet sound. They spread their long ears and listen intently with tears of joy trickling down their eyes. It is described that when Sri Krishna plays the flute, it is very easy for the cows in Vrindavan to eat, because as he did so, the grass of Vrindavan stood up, making it easy for them to graze. But with the melodious flute, they lost the ability to eat and chew the grass. When the calves who are drinking the milk hear the music of their dearest Gopala, their mouths stop moving and they just drink the nectar of the sweet sounds. When the Gopis heard Lord Krishna's flute, they lost all sense of themselves, drop everything they are doing, and rush to be in his divine company. Some Gopis, drawing water from the well, let go of the rope. Those who were churning butter stopped churning. Who were engaged in household chores left these unattended, and their minds were centered on dancing and singing in divine ecstasy with their beloved Sri Krishna. Such was this divine attraction. The Gopis' love for Krishna destroyed their attachment to worldly things. Just as the magnet attracts the iron, the Gopis' love was that of an innate attraction of God for pure souls. Srimati Radharani was the foremost amongst the Gopis, and she felt an indescribable longing for union with the Lord. During the Ras Leela dance in the evenings, Radha and the Gopis would experience the highest religious ecstasy. A musician once sang in the presence of the devotees, and Sri Ramakrishna, who was full of emotion, hearing the songs of Radha Krishna, intoxicated with divine love like the Gopis of Vrindavan, describes Sri Krishna's beauty and joins the musicians singing. In the three worlds, I see nothing but Krishna. And the Gopis speaks, "O flute, please stop, can't you go to sleep?" He sings further, "How can it sleep? It is lying on such a beautiful and delicate twig, and it is drinking the nectar from the Lord's lips, and is being played with his own fingers." As a cowherd boy, Gopala used to sit atop of the tree and play the flute to check on the hundreds of cows herding with him. Before returning home, he called each and every one of the cow by her name through the sound of the flute. Each one was able to hear only her name through this sound, and this is how they used to come running back towards him. What are the benefits of the beloved Lord's flute? It creates a positive vibration in the air. It creates great ripples of joy in the heart, and it captivates the hearts of all, because the music that comes from the flute is the music of spiritual love, peace, and the music of God. It also has the power to reduce anxiety, leads to relaxation, and put one in resonance with nature. Shri Krishna's flute represents the call of the divine to the human soul. Master himself, on hearing the recitation of the Bhagavata, once awoke from his seat and rushed to the courtyard, standing next to the musicians who were glorifying Shri Krishna, and stood in the pose of Krishna with the flute in his hand. What a wonderful sight the devotees experienced with the Master encircling him during the kirtan. The Gopis once said, "O friend, I wonder what good deeds have the flute done to freely savor the divine nectar of Krishna's lips by being attached to them, and it drinks the nectar of love." The Gopis, who loved Shri Krishna unconditionally, were also very jealous at times of the flute, having the company of the Lord for the entire day. They felt that the flute was somewhat dearer to him, and many a time they would actually hide his flute so that his attention would be focused on them instead. The flute used to often get stolen, and the Lord had to plead to the Gopis for its return. He asked each Gopi, and all denied having any knowledge of his basuri. One of the Gopis said, "I don't know, and why should I tell you where it is, even if I did know?" And he then asks Sri Radharani, who says, "You looked for me all this while just to find the flute?" And Shri Krishna lovingly tells her, "My flute vibrates your sweet name. I do everything through my basuri, and I give joy to the hearts of the bhaktas like the Gopis through my flute song. And I draw the weary bhaktas too through the music of my flute. Thus is my universal supervision done through my basuri. If anyone wants to taste the nectar of my lips, he should rid himself of negative thoughts, egoism, and so forth, just like the flute empties itself quickly, so that I may fill it with my music and keep it at my lips." In essence, Lord Krishna's flute embodies compassion, love, humility, healing, and beauty. It removes negativity and awakens our spiritual nature, and the sound reminds us to become the instruments of the divine, allowing his will to flow through us. Just as Sri Ramakrishna rightfully said, that God alone is the doer and we are his instruments. As we learn from the flute's lessons, may we find inner peace, harmony, and love, and make a positive impact in the world. Hari Om, that's it.
Thank you, Anusha. After Yogesh sings, can we please ask Havesan to sing?
Om, page 96. जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे मम वंदन स्वीकार करो प्रभु चरण शरण हम आए तुम्हारे जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
जय नंदलाला जय जय श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजने हर का प्यारा नाम है
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजने हरि का प्यारा नाम है
गोपाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है
गोपाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
मोर मुकुट सिर गल बन माला केसर तिलक लगाए केसर तिलक लगाए
मोर मुकुट सिर गल बनमाला केसर तिलक लगाए केसर तिलक लगाए
वृंदावन की कुंज गलिन में सबको नाच नचावे
ओहो सबको नाच गावे
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजने हरि का प्यारा नाम है
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजने हरि का प्यारा नाम है
गोपाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है
गोपाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
यमुना किनारे धेनु चरावे माधव मदन मुरारी माधव मदन मुरारी
यमुना किनारे भेलु चढ़ावे माधव मदन मुरारी माधव मदन मुरारी
मधुर मुरलिया छवि बजावे हर ले सुध बुध सारे
ओहो हर ले सुध बुध सारी
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजने हरि का प्यारा नाम है
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजने हरि का प्यारा नाम है
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला
गिरधर नागर कहते मीरा सूर को श्यामल बाया सूर को श्यामल बाया
गिरधर नागर कहती मीरा सूर को श्यामल भाया सूर को श्यामल भाया
तुकाराम और नाम देव ने विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया
ओ विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजने हरि का प्यारा नाम है
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजने हरि का प्यारा नाम है
गोपाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा शक्ति बिना न कोई श्यामल दर्शन पावे, श्यामल दर्शन पावे।
राधा शक्ति बिना न कोई श्यामल दर्शन पावे, श्यामल दर्शन पावे।
आराधन करे राधे राधे कान्हा भागे आवे,
ओहो कान्हा भागे आवे।
श्री राधे गोविंदा कन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है।
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है।
गोपाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है।
गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है।
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला,
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला,
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला।
जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला। ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय। श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय।
Om, page 92. ओम मेरे गिरधर गोपाल दूसरन कोई, मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरन कोई, मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरन कोई, मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरन कोई, दूसरन कोई, दूसरन कोई, दूसरन कोई, दूसरन कोई, मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल 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 दूसरन कोई। जाके सिर मोर मुकुट मेरो पति सोई, 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 शंख चक्र गदा पद्म कंठमाला होई, शंख चक्र गदा पद्म कंठमाला होई, मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरन कोई, मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरन कोई, दूसरन कोई, दूसरन कोई, दूसरन कोई, दूसरन कोई, मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरन कोई, मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरन कोई। तात मात भ्रात बंधु आपन न कोई, तात मात भ्रात बंधु आपन न कोई, तात मात भ्रात बंधु आपन न कोई, तात
मात भ्रात बंधु आपन न कोई।
चार की कुल की गान क्या करेगा कोई। चार कुल की गान क्या करेगा कोई। मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई।
मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई।
संतन संग बैठ बैठ लोक लाज खोई। संतन संग बैठ बैठ लोक लाज खोई। संतन संग बैठ बैठ लोक लाज खोई।
संतन संग बैठ बैठ लोक लाज खोई।
अब तो बात फैल गई जानत सब कोई। अब तो बात फैल गई जानत सब कोई। मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई।
मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई।
असुवन जल सिंच सिंच प्रेम बीज बोई।
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 मीरा प्रभु लगन लागी ओन्य हो सो कोई।
मीरा प्रभु लगन लागी होनी हो सोई।
मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई।
मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई।
दूसरा न कोई। दूसरा न कोई।
दूसरा न कोई। दूसरा न कोई।
मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई।
मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई।
दूसरा न कोई। दूसरा न कोई।
दूसरा न कोई। दूसरा न कोई।
मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई।
मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई।
दूसरा न कोई।
दूसरा न कोई।
दूसरा न कोई।
दूसरा न
ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। श्री अम्बे मात की जय।
श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय।
Let's meditate for a few moments. Feel the divine presence of the Lord seated in our hearts. The enchanting idea about the flute is that it helps us to concentrate on the Lord. It helps us to focus, to forget about the world, especially if our mind is restless or worried. Listen to the beautiful sound of the flute and feel that the Lord Himself is playing it. And as He is playing it, just as He calls the Gopis and attracts them, He is attracting us too. The Lord says in the Bhagavad-Gita, chapter 12, To them whose minds are thus absorbed in me, I very soon become, O Partha, the deliverer from the ocean of transmigratory existence beset with death. Fix your mind on me alone. Let your thoughts dwell on me. Hereafter, you will live in me alone. Of this there is no doubt. If you are not able to fix your mind steadily on me, O Dhananjaya, then seek to reach me by the yoga of constant practice. If you are incapable of constant practice, be intent on doing actions for my sake. Even by performing actions for my sake, you will attain perfection. If you are unable to do even this, then taking refuge in me, be self-controlled and renounce the fruit of all actions. Better indeed is knowledge than blind practice. Better than knowledge is meditation. Better than meditation is the renunciation of the fruit of actions. Peace immediately follows renunciation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Let us lovingly stand and offer the Aarti to Lord Krishna, page 243.
आरती कुंज बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी कृष्ण मुरारी की आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की गगन सम अंग कांति काली काली राधिका चमक रही आई आई लखन में ठाणे बनमाली बनमाली भ्रमर सी अलक कस्तूरी तिलक चंद्र सी झलक ललित छवि श्याम प्यारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की जहाँ के प्रगट भई गंगा गंगा कलुष कली हारिणी श्री गंगा गंगा स्मरण ते बोध मोह भंगा बसी शिव शीश जटा के बीच हरे अधति चरण छवि श्री बनवारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी 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 ओम कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम सदा सन्ततं हृदयारविन्दे भवन् भवानी सहितं नमामि भवन् भवानी सहितं नमामि मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलाय तनोहरि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्ति भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे
की जय, गंगा मात की जय, महावीर स्वामी जी की जय, सर्व ऋषि मुनियों की जय।